Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Well, that's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Makes the grab, it's Jackson. On the move at the 30. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
K-State trying to cannonball their way to a score from the red zone. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Guys, let's just think for a second about Kansas State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled.
It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
He'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to take a shot right away. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Russell. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. After that last drive, came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football ball. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. He's looking to throw. The short hand, it's Jackson. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
Quick timeout called on the offense after the play. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Gets it out quickly. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's and 12. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. He unleashes a long one. And he makes the grab at the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for room. It's Young. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Give to the back. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Fires left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Check. Red 7, here we go. Set. Check. Blue 27, patio.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets it past the marker. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Snap it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Jackson. Turns it on in midfield. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The toss sweep to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Got a man, it's Jackson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Wildcats are on the move. On the ground, it's Jackson. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
Run game is good. The balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Barnett. The sure hands, it's Jackson. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
They'll run play action. Here's a heat. And the defense got him at the 27.
Defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Touchdown, Kansas State! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed over the middle, it's Edwards. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Now on first down from the 30. Wants to go up top on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snagged in the middle, it's Young. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The run from the shotgun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Oh, they're after him. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Quickly complete. Inside the 45. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Hale. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. Back to throw, it's Russell. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Timeout, Kansas State.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Just keep slinging it. That's caught. It's Edwards. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Bama! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Pulls it in. It's Jackson. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. It's Barnett. Using his feet to buy time. Makes the catch. It's Jackson.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And that one's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop it back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
The kick is on its way. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down to the 24. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass of just reading coverage and being accurate.
Rides the back and leaves it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Gets rid of it. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. The offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Russell. He wants to go deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of
intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Looking for more room. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they... the football away, and once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Pittsburgh is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Dan Marino, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UConn. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. There he goes! He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Russell. He's moving out of the pocket. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Going downfield for the big play. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got some room to run. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. We got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Hunt is on its way. All the way back to his 5-yard line. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes that Alabama offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. got the back over the middle. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Alabama pushing the tempo.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass and was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw because he put it out in front of his big man. He was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quarterback adapting. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Kansas State! And the punishment has been extended. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run.
Number 19, set to kick it off.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Quick strike complete. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on to the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Hauls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Got his man quickly. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact.
Second down.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Alabama quickly back to the line. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win in the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0. I mean, seriously, what do you do against this guy? He is everything you want in a quarterback.
And you can prepare for him all week, and you can put a wide receiver at quarterback to be scout team, but you just can't replicate a guy that can buy time, scramble around, break tackles, and then all of a sudden chuck the ball down the field and make you pay. Just too elite of a playmaker. You just got to find a way to get him on the ground early when you get those opportunities.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.